So today I'm going to be playing with a little ball. So if you've got a ball, that would be great. You can use a pillow, you can use a yoga block, but hopefully a lot of you guys have some kind of a ball. And we're going to start like we often do. We're going to start lying down on our back and placing the ball in between our knees, right? Just staying here. Let's just start taking a few breaths in. And then exhale. And doing that again, taking a breath. Just centering ourselves. Right, one more time, nice centering breath, breathing. And exhale. Feel yourself drawing your heels backwards towards your hips, finding those hamstrings, engaging into our pelvic floor muscles, and just start by doing a little tilt and then come back down. And here again, the image as we go back and forth for our pelvic tilts is that we have a cup of water. And that cup of water is sitting in between our hip bones and our pubic bone. And as we engage those pelvic floor muscles and those glutes and hamstrings, we're spilling that cup of water into our belly. And then that cup is going back to neutral. Okay, so we're just kind of going in and out of some nice pelvic tilts here, right? One more time. So just kind of getting our bodies warmed up, waking up to what's going on. From here, let's just go to our chin, our neck. We're going to just tilt the head down a little bit. We're not lifting it up. And then bring the head back up to the sky. So here I want you to think of lengthening the back of the neck muscles. And then come back up. We're just going to do that one more time. Lengthen the back of the neck muscles. That's going to come in handy in a couple of minutes here. From here, continuing with those heels pulling back towards you, you're going to tilt that tailbone. We're going to raise those hips up towards the sky, ideally trying to get shoulder, rib, hip, knees in a straight line. And then draw the torso back down one vertebrae at a time as you go down, right? So a couple of things to look for here. Do that again. Heels pulling back. Feeling those inner thighs engaging to squeeze the ball. We really want that. Pelvic floor engages, glutes engage, tailbone lifts, right? I keep my weight over my feet as I lift up. Taking a breath in. And then as I go back down, I relax into my chest, into my ribs, into my waist, into my hips, and come all the way down, right? So we just want to make sure when we do that, a common mistake is that our hips stay down, we push with our thighs, and we go into our neck and shoulder. And so now all of my weight is on my neck and shoulder, and I'm not really doing a whole much with my glutes and my hamstrings here, right? So when you come back down, right, realign yourself. Think about the knees reaching away from you. Tailbone draws under. Reach the knees, keep the weight in the feet, and you'll notice there's no added strain in your neck as you do this. Feel yourself engaging through those inner thighs. Feel those glutes saying, hello. If you're like me, as much as you've tried, you may have spent a little bit too much time on them recently. So we're just going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come all the way back down. Good. Let's just reach those arms straight up to the sky, right? We're just going to start to mobilize our shoulders here. So from here, taking a breath in, and as you exhale, we're just going to let the arms go towards our head, and then come back up and bring them down to our side. And we're going to do that. Inhale as we lift up, and exhale as the arms go towards the head. Now, you notice here, I am Gumby. I can do this and my ribs stay down. This is why part of why I was a professional dancer, is that hypermobility of my joints. That's kind of a starting point. But most people do not have the same range of motion, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to stop when you can still see your arms and your peripheral vision without turning your head or eyes from side to side, and that your rib cage is still down. And then we're going to lift the arms back up and go back down. Now, if you are able to do that, breathing in and exhale, keep the ribs down even as the arms go over the head. That's great. Fabulous. Do it. But I don't want you popping your rib cage off or bending your elbows or anything else like that, right? I want that rib cage to stay down and the arms to stay long. Once we're here, let's just make some circles. We're going to open the arms out to the side and come down towards our knees. Inhale again, lifting up. Exhale. Now, everything I'm doing, I can see my arms in my peripheral vision, right? I'm not letting my arms go way overhead or all the way down like that. I'm supporting my arms using some deep muscles in my shoulder blades and my back muscles as well. Stretch. I think I have a video on my YouTube channel called the bra strap muscle. So one of the groups of muscles, we're going to reverse this, open. One of the groups of muscles we're working here is called the bra strap muscles, which is your trapezius muscle and your rhomboids, and to a certain degree your lats and your serratus. All of those muscles, right? So same thing here, inhaling, we're keeping the arms so I can see them peripherally coming together, and exhale as we come down, right? So now we're gonna go into some scissors. Take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're gonna move the arms back and forth and come back up. And we're gonna exhale and move the arms back and forth and come back up. Right now, what's the thing I'm looking for here, right? The main thing is when this arm gets overhead that I'm not bending it to try and touch the hand down because my lats are so tight. As you go overhead, don't try to put the arm all the way down. If it doesn't want to go down, if this is as far as it wants to go, that's beautiful, right? And come back up and exhale. Now, the other thing here that I always have to work on with people is getting them to slow down. Right? This is two things. It's an engagement of your back muscles. It's a stretch of your lats. There's a lot going on. So imagine that you've got a big rubber band, right? And you're pulling that rubber band in opposite directions. I actually like to imagine a taffy pulling machine. When I was growing up, we used to go to the state fair all the time, and it had a big taffy pulling machine. So you would be pulling in both opposite directions here, right? Feeling those back muscles and arm muscles. And then here, open out, big stretch in the chest. And come back together and stretch the chest. And come back in. We're gonna reach down and grab a hold of that ball, right? Holding the ball up, take a breath in. We're going to exhale, lift that right leg up to that tabletop position. Take another breath in. Exhale, lift the left leg up to that tabletop position. Take a breath in. Put the right leg down. Breathe in. Put the left leg down. Inhale again. Exhale. Left leg comes up. Breathe in, exhale, right leg comes up, breathe in, exhale, left leg goes down, breathe in, exhale, right leg goes down. Now if your arms are getting a little bit tired from holding the ball there, that's okay. Just put the ball down by your side, bring your hands to your side. We're gonna do the same thing again. Exhale as you lift the right leg up. Take a breath. Exhale. Left leg comes up, breathe in, exhale, right leg goes down, really drawing down into your belly here. We don't want you, no lifting off of the mat like that, keeping those ribs down, keeping the diaphragm engaged, and then exhale as the left leg goes down. And let's do that one more series, breathe in. As we exhale, contracting the diaphragm, abdominals, pelvic floor. Breathe in, relaxing your neck and jaw. Exhale, drawing in, breathing in. Exhale, left leg goes down, right? And now back and forth. Breathe, exhale. 1, Exhale, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and rest. Good. Let's go ahead and roll over onto our side. And we're going to do a nice side stretch here. If you want, take the ball or a pillow if you don't have it, and you can put it behind your shoulder blade so that you have something to rest on. And we're going to reach both arms out in front, lift the top arm up, rotate that torso, and feel the back of the shoulder resting onto the ball. Keeping the knees and feet together. Okay, seeing your arm in your peripheral vision here as well. We're going to come back together and close. Inhale again. Exhale. Now what I don't want is I don't want you to turn the arm in and drop it down like that, right? So that is what happens when your shoulder muscles are really tight and you don't want to feel a stretch. I want you to make sure that that arm, hand point, palm of the hand is up to the ceiling, and as if you were reaching up towards your ear a little bit, but still keeping the arm in your peripheral vision. You should feel a big stretch all the way across the top of the shoulder here. Hopefully no pain in that shoulder. And come back together. All right, and just one more time. Inhale and lift. Exhale, stretch. Now at the same time, bottom arm reaching away. So you keep that central line of your spine. And inhale and exhale and close. Good. So from here, we're just going to go the other way. I'm going to do it without the ball on this side. Both arms reaching in front. If you need to put a pillow, of course, under your head, you can do that. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and stretch. And come back together. And we do that again. Lift. And come back together. Same thing, watching when we open out, bottom arm is reaching out from underneath us. We're not letting this arm turn down like that, right? We're keeping the palm to the sky. We're reaching up towards our ear, and we're keeping the arm in our peripheral vision the entire time. Very important in terms of the biomechanics here. Holding it like that. Couple of breaths if you can. If you feel like this is too big of a strain, just lift the arm up towards the sky. You're going to feel the back of the shoulder blade muscles kick in there. Help support that. Some deep muscles, your subscapularis for one. And close. Beautiful. Okay. From here, let's just come onto our bellies. Right? Hands down by your side. Right. As we inhale, we're just going to lift our head up off of the mat. In fact, let's go ahead and put our hands underneath our head. As we inhale, we just lift the head up off of our hands. We're not looking forward like this. We're looking straight down at the mat, right? And what is this good for? Well, if, like many people, you've been spending more time than you should on your phone lately, down like this, or your head dropped forward, that can really overstretch the back of the neck muscles. So this is to help engage the back of the neck muscles and take away from cell phone head. Hands here. Again, inhale, we just lift up. And exhale. Go back down. And one more time. Inhale and lift up. And exhale, go back down. Take the arms down by your side. Now, if that was a strain for you in any way, just keep it with that. We don't need to do this one. But now we're going to go a little further. We're going to inhale, lift the head and the arms up off of the mat. As you exhale, try to engage those back muscles. And come back down. Inhale, lifting the head and arms up off of the mat. Still head is looking straight down. Exhale, using your back muscles. Come up a little higher. Hold, hold, hold. And go back down. And one more time, last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale. The hardest thing on this is to draw our belly upwards as we're doing it. We so badly want to push our tummy out to give us some improvement in that extension, but try very hard not to do that. So from here, we're going to continue waking up our buttocks muscles, which again may have become slightly under-engaged, shall we say, over the past 4 weeks. So bend your knees and squeeze your heels together. From here, take a breath. As you exhale, just squeeze, 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 squeeze those heels together. You should feel all of this tightening up. And relax it. Do it again. Breathe in. Exhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Really pushing those heels together. 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax it down. You may feel cramping in those hamstrings. That's good. That means those muscles are working. Whoa! And that they have not been. And one more time. Exhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. If you can, try and lift those knees up a little tiny bit. Hold, hold, hold. And come down. Stretch the legs out long. Hands by your shoulders. Take a breath in. As you exhale, let's just press back. Nice little shell stretch, child's pose, rounding into the back. Again, if you cannot go, if you have knee issues of some kind and you can't go that far back, that's fine. Go as far back as you're comfortable with going, okay? So just stretching it out here. And coming up onto our hands and knees. From here, we're going to draw our belly up, 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 up. And reverse, lift the head, lifting that tailbone as much as you can. And again, exhale, rounding the back up. Big stretch. And reverse it, lifting the head, lifting that tailbone. And one more time, curve, curve, curve. And again, sit back on your heels, stretch. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, so let's grab our ball again. And we're going to place the ball between our knees. And from here, holding the arms out in front of us, take a breath and zipping up, just go down a little bit. Hold. You can have your hands on your knees as well, feeling yourself drawing your belly in, and then coming back up. If you need to use your arms, that's perfectly fine. Curve, 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 scooping into those abs. And come back up. And again, exhale, scoop, and come back up. Don't be afraid to release the front of your hips as you go down, right? Hold underneath the knees, but see if you can get your sacrum to come down. And this time we're going to go all the way down and stay. Okay, reaching the arms up to the sky. Take a breath in. As we exhale, lift up. Touch the knees, reach, sit, and go back down. Now, if all you can do is touch your knees, that is perfectly fine. Exhale, reach, and up, and go down. And again, lift, exhale, reach, and up, and go back down. And again, Inhale. Exhale, reach. And up. And go down. Good. Let's take the ball, put the ball between the feet, and we're going to stretch the legs out long. Feel the inside of your ankle bones pressing into the ball. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lift the head. Draw the belly in. Rounding forward. Reach. Scoop the belly. And come back down. Again, inhale. And exhale, reach. And scoop. And go back down. Again, lift. And exhale. And scoop. And go back down. And one more time. And lift. And exhale. And scoop. And come back down. Now, if you want to challenge yourself for this next one, single leg circles, you can place your foot heel resting on top of the ball, but not completely loose and cleft. You're still supporting the leg. We're going to bring the other leg up to that tabletop position. Now, depending on how tight your hamstrings are, you may not be able to straighten this leg all the way. That's totally fine. If you need to keep the leg, well, there's one or two of you that I do yell at about this, so try to get that leg as straight as you can. But if you need to have it bent, that's okay. Reach the arm straight, the leg straight up. Rotate that heel in toward you. Your toes point out. We're working from the very top, specifically the inside of the thigh. You're going to cross the leg over you without your hip moving. We're going to lower down. We're going to go out to the side without this hip moving and come back up. Over, down, open, up, over, down, open, up, over, down, open with my tempo, over, down, open, reverse it, and open, and down, and cross, and up, and open, and down, and cross, and up, and open, and down, and cross, and up, and open, and down, and cross, and rest. Good. Switch the legs. So we're going to put the right foot, heel, resting on the ball. It can be flat. You do not have to do that. That's just a challenge. We're going to bring the left leg up. Again, rotate heel towards me. Toes out. We're going to cross over from the inner thigh. Hip stays down. We're going to lower. Belly stays in. We're going to open. Opposite hip stays down. I'm going to come back up. Over. Lower. Open. Up. Over. Lower. Open. Up. Over. Lower. Open. One more time. Over. Lower. Open, reverse, open, lower, across, and up, over, lower, across, and up, over, lower, across, one more, over, lower, across, and up. Bring both knees in for me. Take a breath in, lift that head up. Inhale, exhale, rock yourself up to a sitting position. If you want to keep the ball, you certainly can. We're going to go into rolling like a ball. Pull the feet towards you as much as you can, holding onto your ankles. Big breath. As you exhale, roll round into your low back, weight on the back of the tailbone, scooping into the belly. Looking down at that ball, as we inhale, we roll back. And as we exhale, we come back up. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's stretch the legs out in front of us. Sitting up nice and tall and straight. Opening the arms Take a breath in, and we're gonna twist. 1 and 2 and 3 and front and twist. 1 and 2 and 3 and front again. Twist. 1 and 2 and 3 and front. Twist. 1 and 2 and 3 and twist. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and twist. Last one. 1 and 2 and 3 and both arms reach front. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lengthen up through that spine as tall as you can. We're just going to draw the chin down towards the chest. Breathe in again, and this time as you exhale, we're going to curve into the upper shoulders. Take another breath in, and this time as you exhale, we're going to curve into the mid rib cage. Take another breath in. This time as you exhale, we're going to curve into the lower rib cage, keeping the pelvis upright the whole time. Inhale. This time as you exhale, we're going to curve deeper into the waist. Arms stay in line with the head. Breathe in. One more time. Exhale. Deepen it as far as you can without moving your pelvis at all. And nice spine stretch here. And come all the way back up. And again, and chin comes down. Exhale, rounding through the shoulders. Exhale, rounding through the rib cage. Really pulling the belly in. Exhale, rounding as much as you can. Rounding, get that C curve for me into the lower ribs. Exhale, rounding into the low belly, really drawing the tummy in, reaching long. Good, and come all the way up. Right, let's just take our arms behind us here, and we're just gonna lift up through our chest, through our neck, stretching everything out in the front of the body. Come back down. Do that again. If you really want to give yourself a stretch, turn your hands forward here. Big stretch. As we lift up, bring those legs together. As we lift up through the chest. Come back down. Okay. So let's get ready for our ab series, shall we? See what we can do. So again, this, if you look at my previous video, you can use a pillow or a ball if you want to. Use that ball underneath your head. You totally can. So we're going to lie back down here, taking a breath in. Bring both legs up to tabletop. Put the left hand on the right knee. Put the right hand on the left knee, lifting the head and shoulders. And we're going to switch. 1 and switch, and 2 and switch. So I have the ball there just so that if I start feeling any kind of neck and jaw pain, which I'm prone to, I can just kind of relax back down onto it. And 9 and 10. Both legs come in. Hold. Let your head go back down. Big breath in. Going into double leg stretch. And lifting up. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, reach and in. Reach and in. Reach and in. Reach and in. And a rest. Good. From here, hands go behind your head. Really hold your head. None of this just kind of touching. I really want you to support your head. Going into crisscross obliques. Breathe in. And as we exhale, twist and twist and twist and twist and twist and twist and twist. One more. Twist and rest. Whew. And from here, both hands go behind your right leg. Straighten both legs up to the sky, then lower the left one down. Reach up as high as you can. lifting up through the head and shoulders as best you can, and pull. 1 and 2, 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 1 and a rest. From here, pause for a second. Now, to give yourself a little bit more support, a couple of things. We're going to put our hands underneath our hips if you can. If you can't, that's perfectly fine, but try to do that. Lift both legs up. See if you can get the heels together, toes apart, working into our hip flexors. Main thing to look out for here is that we don't arch our back up off of the mat. So, lifting up if you can, lower, and come back up. If you need to keep your head down and resting, that's fine too. Lower, and come back up, and lower. Go only so far as you can. I know everybody wants to yeah, give me a workout. You can do this as long as your head and shoulders are not lifting up off of the mat. And come back up, and rest. Bring the knees into the chest. Take a breath in. Lifting the head and shoulders, come all the way up. And legs out in front of us again. We're going to go into our saw, right? So, take a breath. As we exhale, we twist from here. Grow taller, lift up and over. As I bring my pinky finger to my little toe, I rotate my arm underneath me and look behind. And come back up. And rotate front. So 4 movements. Inhale, rotate 1. Exhale, turn and touch 2. Inhale, lift up 3. And exhale, come back 4. Inhale, rotate 1. Exhale, touch on 2. Inhale, lift up 3. Exhale, rotate 4. Inhale, twist on 1. Exhale, rotate 2. Inhale, lift up 3. Exhale, come back. One more set. Inhale. Exhale, twist and reach. Inhale, lengthen. Come back front. Inhale, rotate 1. Exhale, twist, reach 2. Inhale, lift up 3. And exhale, come back down 4. Good. Lie all the way back down on the mat for me. Bring the knees in, heels in. Take a breath. One more time. Let's press the hips up to the sky. Hold. 2, 3. Come back down. And again, lift it up. 1, 2, 3. And come back down. We're going to do a quick challenge here. If your butt muscles have been sleeping, this may be a bit much, but try it. We're going to lift up again, that sense of the heel drawing in. Bring the feet a little closer. Take a breath. Push down with the hands. Right leg lifts up. Try to keep that buttock muscle working. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the right foot down. Take a breath in. Exhale. Left foot lifts up. Hold, same thing, try not to drop your hips. 4, 5, put it down, take a breath in. Exhale, right leg lifts up again. If you can, stretch that leg up to the sky. 4, 5, bend and put it down. And lift, hold. 3, 4, 5, bend and come down, come down, come down. All right, bring both knees into your chest. Just rock side to side. Last little thing here, real quick. We're gonna roll over onto our side. Okay, bye-bye ball, no ball. We're gonna roll into our side, keeping a little bit of space underneath you there. We're just gonna lift the top leg up and down and up and down. Really paying attention to this part of your body, the side of your body here. I don't want you to think of doing this. You're not lifting your hip up, you're lifting your leg up. And that's the difference between whether or not you're working what's called your glute med, your glute medius and your glute minimus, or whether you're working your QL and your obliques. One moves your hip, the QL and the obliques. The other moves your leg. Now lift the leg up, and we're just going to hold it here. We're going to bring the bottom leg up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and rest. So far, so good. Top leg lifts up, flex the foot, and we're going to bring the leg 1 and 2 and back. Kick it front and back. Front, front, and back. 2 more. Front, and back. 1 more. Front and back. And a rest. Good. Bring both knees in, and we're going to come to the other side. So, same thing here. Now, notice where my head is. I'm not propped up like this. My head's all the way down. Okay, so the same thing here. Leg is straight, and we're just going to lift up and in. Same thing, I don't want that hip lifting, working that glute med. Lift when we walk, which is a really good thing to do. If you aren't out doing walking on a daily basis, then I highly encourage you to do that. But when we're walking, you're not really using those side stabilizing muscles as we do here. One more time, and we're going to stay. Hold, lift, and up, up, and lift, lift, and up, up. One more. Up, up, and good. Lift the top leg up, flex that foot. 1, 2, and 1, 2. The hardest thing here to do is to not tilt forward or back when you're kicking. And front, front, and front, front, and rest. Bring both knees in. Good. And we come up to the sitting position. Well, it pretty much takes us through back exercises, side exercises, hip lifts, leg lifts, everything else. So I thank you very much. I hope that was a nice little workout for you, a little warm up today. Thank you very much. And I will hopefully be continuing to add some videos in as we move on down this path. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, please email me at info@pilatesonhudson.com or leave them in the comments below.